the physical therapist. His name is Sean Harris. All he did was, yes, diagnose what I had, and he kind of mainly reassured that I was right and the others were wrong, and they were kind of, I wouldn't say rude, but stubborn, negligent to listen to what I was saying, listening to my concerns, because her schedule, at least the orthopedic doctor, was very tight schedule. I mean, it was fast going in and out, but you could tell that I was just another patient. I wasn't really someone that she was looking to really care for. But anyways, it's fine. It's over. I do have a disc injury. I am continuing to lift. It will take more than a couple of months. I'm about to go on month 3 with a disc injury. But I'm hopeful. In the last video, I talked about how I was told that I had strained my back, and I had finally went to a physical therapist that my coach recommended, and although it was $100 and unfortunately things didn't really change other than the fact that the 3 other healthcare providers that I did see were wrong. So my, is it inquisition? Is that the word for it? My inquisition was right of thinking that I had a herniated or a bulged disc, and I think I had started researching more and more about my symptoms, I think the first or second week that it started. And what's funny is after seeing the chiropractor who suggested, I think a month later, that I should have an MRI or an x-ray done, I had asked, what do you think it would be? And he didn't want to say with confidence, but he thought it might have been a herniated disc or a bulged disc or something revolving around a disc injury. So when I brought that up to my parents about getting an MRI and it being a possible disc injury, they're like, okay, let's send you to an orthopedic doctor. And this is what really frustrates me. I made it obvious that I did do my own research. I am a power lifter. I did, say that my coach suggested some things, and I said that I thought it might have been a herniated disc, and this was me being a hypochondriac. I did admit that, and she had flat out told me no, that I was wrong. And the physical therapist that I saw, the second one that was suggested by my coach Matt, had said it is obviously a disc injury, 90%, 99% maybe. And he said it is not likely to be a muscle strain because I don't have any bruising, it's not tender to touch, and it's still there after 2 months. So when I said fortunately and unfortunately, it was $100, and he didn't really give me anything new other than a diagnosis, a proper diagnosis. And he did admit that our healthcare system is a little bit messed up. What my physical therapist told me is for her to bluntly diagnose me with a disc injury, other than getting an MRI, which I had suggested that my chiropractor wanted me to do, but she said no. I would have to have tingling sensation within my legs, because that's how they would diagnose a disc injury, if I have tingling sensation or like nerve pain within other regions of my body. And that's what he said was a problem with their healthcare, is they're not really versed in telling what's a disc injury versus like a muscle strain versus some other type of lower back injury. And so that really did bother me, especially when she had told me I was wrong, and she wanted to do further studies in a month. And I actually did cancel it, and I did stop seeing my previous physical therapist because the physical therapist that again was suggested by my coach said that I don't need it. He did say that he was going to talk to Matthew, review my program, and see if there's any changes, but that has not happened, which is kind of bugging me because again, this was $100, and this is just me wanting to kind of get my money's worth because everything adds up. But I do have a disc injury. He did suggest that I can still lift with load management, which was something that my coach was talking about as well. So here about trusting a coach. I do trust him, but it just bothered me that I didn't know what I had, as well as the pain is like all or nothing. So it really, really concerned me that he wanted me to try and desensitize myself when I can't really rank my pain. Although now I have a better understanding of how to measure the pain. I feel like this is very important for others to hear, that when you've seen, 3 doctors who said you can't lift, well, honestly 2 doctors. The chiropractor, he was the closest one, again, to say that I might have a disc injury. So having 2 physicians saying that you can't lift anymore, where they also don't have an expertise in lifting, even though an orthopedic doctor, that's spine, that's bones, but she didn't know anything about powerlifting or weightlifting of that matter. So find someone that is a doctor and a coach or has experience in lifting, rather than just someone who has all these credentials. That's the end of this video. Hopefully I'll get some b-roll of me. I actually do have some b-roll of me, squatting and stuff, but deadlifting and rack pulls is